Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. You're here with Random Lefebvre, otherwise known as Draxxkraven, when the laundromat is closed, so you might as well do something productive. Zalatar. It's funny how far away the best day of my life seems from here. What's that supposed to mean? Look at this place, it's a shithole, literally. They said you should never be afraid of yourself, but I guess that's only if you're like them. I wasn't like them at all, and look where I am now. I'm hiding from my life in the sewers. You know what? I hid just as much when I was up there. But I wasn't hiding from them, I was hiding from myself. You know what? I'd rather be hiding from them than from me. Does that make any sense? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Let me ask you something, Charles. What are you? Me? Charles Barkley. I know that, but what are you? What are you deep down at the core of your soul? I'm a baller. But when was the last time you played ball? Before the purge. That was 12 years ago, Charles. I guess you're not really a baller then. You shut the fuck up. You have no right to say that. That's my point. Down here, I can always be who I really am. A turkey. And nobody can stop me. Sure, I'm hiding from them, but I'm not hiding from myself. You're hiding from yourself. Every day you hear the gentle calling of that bumpy orange ball. You hear Spaulding quietly beckon you. Barkley, bounce me, but you don't. You don't because of them. B-ball's in your blood. But you don't admit that. You don't admit it because they don't want you to. You're hiding from yourself. You're wrong. So be it, Barkley. Maybe I am. Oh, whoa. That was shockingly deep. See that dog in the Nikes over there? I've only seen him talk out of character once. He sure loves his bones, though. I bet if you get him a real delicious bone, he'd talk to you. Maybe he'd even give you those sweet kicks. Those Nikes. Gotta get those Nikes. Woof woof. Who the hell is this? Shreddy. You can stay if you don't shed all over the bed, Nom. Pay 25 Neo Shekels to stay. Nah, I'm good. Am I? Am I really good? We could use our BP back. Nice. Can't stop running. Huckleberry Hound? You know, sometimes people ask me why I chose to get Huckleberry Hound plastic surgery, and I can't really give them an answer. It's not because I'm afraid they'll dislike me or think I'm a freak or anything, it's just that I can't pinpoint the answer. I mean, yeah, the sexual attraction was always there, but I don't think that's really it. My dad was an alcoholic, he was never really there for me. He was always wasting his time and money at the bar, but before he left for the bar, he would always tell me, you stay there and watch TV, if you're not there when I get back, well boy, they'll be here to hell to pay. So I watched the TV. My favorite show was Huckleberry Hound, of course. I just loved that dog. The way he talked, the way he sang and danced, it was great. I guess I looked at Huckleberry Hound as the father I never had. I mean, he taught me how to ride a bike, he taught me how to swim, he taught me everything. But I didn't just want to be like Huckleberry Hound, I wanted to be him. Well, here I am, Huckleberry Hound. This is me. This is who I was born to be. Huh. This all makes sense. Psst. Huh? Me, over here, come quickly. I'm in dire need of your assistance. What the hell do you want? I like how his snail surgery isn't fantastic. It might just be a costume, like he's got the shell, it's just sort of attached to his back, but he can't just like crawl around on his stomach, he's just on his knees. Just look over her, just look at her over there. Who? Who, you ask? Who? Is it not apparent of who I speak? Is her beauty not visible to thine eyes? Does her countenance not violently stir the deep dark waters of thine soul? I assume you're talking about the, well, forgive me for this, fox over that way. Not a fox, per se, rather a kitsune, a fox spirit, one could say, to put it simply, if somewhat inelegantly. Oh, in that case, no. I see. Then it is just I, on whom she has this intoxicating effect. That sounds about right. Anyway, do you really need help? I hope for your sake you didn't call me over here for this shit. Oh, yes, yes. As you have no doubt, I surmised, I do indeed love this woman. J. Lindsay is her name. Unfortunately, she is unaware of these feelings I held for her. I've written her this poem, you see, and I was wondering if you, gentlemen, could deliver it to her. I've tried a few times, but I choke each time without fail. So if you could just walk this over to her and say it's from me, I would really appreciate it, sirs. Sure, I'd be glad to help. Barkley's wry disapproval. I thank you so much. Just take this over to her in return. I'll have a reward for you when you come back. It's not much, but we don't have anything of particular worth here in Cesspool X. I do have some Neo Shekels saved up, so I hope that'll do the trick. We appreciate your generosity, Eric. And yours. At any rate, here's the poem. Got 1 poems. Are you fucking kidding me, Balthios? We don't got time for this shit. It's a damn love letter from a snail. If I recall, even a certain man with a far thicker shell than he wrote a few love letters in his time. Fine, let's get this over with. Just hurry up. Sure, but first, are you wondering at all how the poem goes? Nope. It just fascinates me. Anthropologically, how exactly is a love letter between a man surgically altered to become a snail and a woman surgically altered to become a fox written? If Charles, I decided to say, open it, you wouldn't. I'm not gonna tell the damn snail. I wonder if it reads like he talks. Stir the deep dark waters of your soul and all that shit. Just listening to him talk was bad enough. Well, here we go then. Perfect was our love. True was our passion. One touch from your beautiful hands left me feeling smashing. Tough break. Your snail friend's fucked. Charles, we need to do something. We cannot allow her to receive this letter. It's what he wrote. It's on him. Let's go. I can't do that, Charles. We're in a bit of a hurry. So if that's what you would like to do, so be it. Deliver the letter. I just think it would be a bit needlessly cruel. I was thinking we could help Eric out. I do not wish to tell him we read his poem, and if we could entirely avoid the conversation regarding its quality, I think that would be for the best. I was thinking that perhaps we could rewrite his poem for him. It would not be difficult to write something far better than this, but it's up to you. Rewrite the poem. Damn it, I guess we'll rewrite it. If I didn't, you just bring up some shit about me writing poems for Maureen, huh? Perhaps. That's good though. First thing we should do is ask the kitsune some questions. Find out what her interests are, her likes and dislikes. Hi. Hi, Barkley. Who's your friend there? I didn't ask last time we met. Oh, this is Balthios. Well, hello then, Balthios. Welcome to Cesspool X. Thank you. I appreciate that. But listen, we're new here, and I wanted to get to know some people in town. Maybe we could ask you a few questions, see what you're all about. Sure thing. I love getting to know people. Great. Okay then. Barkley will ask you a few questions. Bring them on. Okay, what are your interests? I think I'm interested in what most of my friends here are interested in. Animals. I love animals so much. As you can see, I even wanted to become one. That's how much I love animals. I love petting animals and talking to animals and being nearby animals. Also, I'm a kitsune, so I enjoy hunting animals. I don't eat them. I'm a strict vegetarian. I love animals too much. But I am a foxy, and what foxies love to do is hunt. So I like to find little animals and sneak up on them and pounce on them and wrestle. And then let them go. I love animals so much. I even love hunting animals. Nicely, though. How would you describe yourself? What am I like? That's a tough one. Just kidding. I'm the kind of person that likes animals. A lot. Back when I was a norm like yourself, way back before the B-ball knocked. I worked at a zoo. It was a really nice one. I felt so bad about the animals being in cages, but I just loved them so much I was the only place I could see them. So in retrospect, I'm definitely sorry about working there and perpetuating the terrible industry of animal slavery. But I loved working there while I was working there because I love animals. Oh god, we get it. How do you like Cesspool X? How do I like Cesspool X? Well, the question should be, how do I love Cesspool X? And I would say a lot. I love Cesspool X because there's nobody to hunt us down here. I also love it because there are so many people like me down here. People like Frank, Zalatar, and Chip, and like Eric. People that share my ideals and viewpoints and passions. But most of all, I love Cesspool X because of so many people down here are really, really good friends. That's all. Thank you, Jay Lindsay. You've been a great help. You're welcome. Helping is one of this kitsune's favorite things to do. I hope that's enough information to rewrite a halfway decent poem with. Let's retire elsewhere and compose this. Hurry up. You've been writing that for an hour. Patience, Barkley. Good art takes time. I might as well show you what I have, however. Here you are. Hark, I call upon thee, Muse, to grant me thus the ability of all great bards to use your gifts in poetry. Oh, Muse, grant me words as that I need to speak of such beauty as she. I am in bondage, aching to be freed by the beauty I speak of Jay Lindsay. Honestly, Balthios, this is probably worse than Left Me Felt Smashing. I haven't written in a while, okay? Sorry. Don't worry, if I can just fill in with that shit we learned she's into, she'll probably like it more than the other one. Well, I hope so. Anyway, after this I have a few fragments I need some help with, but I have the beginnings of some lines, but you need to make suggestions for the ends. Data analysis complete. Huh? What are you talking about, Vince? I have compiled the information gathered from J. Lindsay, ready to assist in poem creation. You actually listened to us talk about that shit? Correct. Vince, can you step away for a moment? Affirmative. Barkley, I don't mean to put Vince down or anything, but what? He's a robot, Barkley. I don't think he knows anything about love, so maybe you should take any of his suggestions with a grain of salt. Whatever, let's just get this over with already. Alright, Vince, any suggestions you have are appreciated. Here's the first part. I ask that she envelops my fragile heart, and with her magic mends its cracks. I ask that we grow old, never apart, and that she... This is where I'm stuck, so tell me what you like here. Lets me protect her from attacks? No. Caresses my body to help relax? No. With her hands massages my back? Enjoys hunting small prey? Well, I mean, this is the only line that messages, like, her likes and dislikes. I mean, like, I don't want to bring up attacks. Like, she's clearly totally not about the violence. This is a little too sexual, and this is... Yeah, anyway, let's go. I gotta go with Vince's advice. It's the only one that matches the profile. Yeah, and she enjoys hunting small prey. You do remember that little talk we had earlier. Just do it. Okay, then. After that, those first three stanzas, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, I will, as is fitting, according to the hallowed traditions of the post-cyberpocalyptic sonnet, I conclude with 2 couplets of G, G, and H, H. I really don't give a damn about how your poetry works, but go ahead. Never before have I met one so fair, or who lived so freely without a care, is so fearless toward any dare, has such beautiful flaxen hair, does not mind animal feces so much. Huh. I think I'm gonna have to go with live so freely without a care. I mean, like, I totally dig the does not mind animal feces so much, but I already got the enjoys hunting small prey thing. Like, I don't need to... I already touched that topic, so... beautiful flaxen hair. Is flaxen really the color of her fur, hair thing? Anyway, is fearless toward any dare. I'm gonna go with live so freely without a care. Foxes are somewhat free-spirited, I think. Maybe. I really don't know anything about animals. I suppose that's a tolerable line. And finally, this is the last line. More than wonders of the world, I love her. Majestic like flags unfurled? No. So she would be Duke or Earl? No. When she danced and twirled? No. Love her and her friends in Cesspool X. Yeah, I love her and her friends in Cesspool X. That doesn't flow with the previous line at all, but it doesn't look like you're too enthusiastic about thinking up of anything else. You got that right. I suppose we're finished. Are you happy with the way the poem is now? We can start over and go through the lines again if you'd like. I ask that she envelops my fragile heart, and with her magic mends its cracks. I ask that we grow old, never apart, and that she enjoys hunting small prey. Never before have I met one so fair, or who lives so freely without a care. More than wonders of this world, I love her and her friends in Cesspool X. I think that's the closest thing we're gonna get. Yeah, he doesn't mind animal feces so much. I think that's much weaker than lives so freely without a care. Nah, it's fine. That's all. We should deliver this to J. Lindsay now. Hi, it's you again. What brings you back? I was told to deliver this. It's a poem from the snail. From Eric? Yeah, Eric, the snail. Just read it. It's something. I mean, it's long? You must have tried hard. Maybe? Thanks, I guess. If you see him, you could tell him I said thank you. I'd probably come by and say it myself sometime. He's a cute guy and all, but this poetry is really bewildering, sort of. I just can't really imagine what was running through the writer's head. Anyway, thanks for bringing it by, guys. I'll ask him about it later. So it was bad. Let's just get our reward and get out of here. Damn it! Sorry, Eric. She says thanks and she'll come by later. She's coming by? Thank you so much, Barkley. Thank you so much, Balthios. This is really the best day of my life. The woman of my dreams is coming to talk to me, and she liked my poetry. Why did I ever doubt myself? Silly Eric. Anyway, here's a reward. As agreed, I hope it serves you well. 400 Neo Shekels. Thank you, Eric. I hope good fortune continues to bless you so. Damn it! Fuck! Man. I guess if you go with all of Vince Borg's lines, then she's absolutely smitten with Eric, and you get the snail zobber in return, but I doubted Vince Borg's poetic capability. Shouldn't have done that. The differences between Japanese and American VidCon consumers are as blatant as the differences between seasons 1 and 2 of Otome wa Boku no Koi Shiteru. A nod to my fellow Tomoe Boku no Koishiitero enthusiasts, whereas the Japanese VidCon consumer is informed and discriminating in his or her purchases and endeavors. His American counterpart acts as a foil, stumbling blindly through the VidCon department at Kmart, groping for the first VidCon with enough explosions or memories on the cover to slake their slavering, decidedly non-intellectual lusts. Oh, God. The guy who wrote this is more pretentious than me. Or was pretending to be more pretentious than me. Anyway, their hunger for Western garbage such as Madden and Halo is fueled by an almost subhuman ignorance that is as profound in the rest of their lives as it is in their choosing of VidCons. This disgusting display of American mass stupidity is no doubt the result of Christian indoctrination, adding another point on the list of reasons why the Japanese are more intelligent than the West, as contemptuous Western culture has left its people with little more than Swiss cheese brains and an unquenchable urge for repeat football VidCons. Oh, God. And on that note, I will catch you guys in a second. Fuck it. I love the snail zobber more than I love continuity. I was told to deliver this poem from Eric. Just read it. So I went back and I used all of Vince Borg's suggestions. Oh my God, it's like he knows me even better than I know myself. He says I love animals, and he's right. I do love animals, and I don't mind cleaning up after them, and I love my friends here. I can't believe this. Has he felt like this all this time? How could I have been so blind? Eric, I'm coming. Eric, J. Lindsay, your poetry. Yes, my love, 'twas I, the author of that poem. It was beautiful. I read it, and I just felt like finally someone out there who really understood me. I've gone through my whole life being misunderstood, being rejected, and here I am at last with someone who loves me, and loves me for me. And Eric, when I read this, enough! I've written you a poem, and you have expressed your gratitude, but the time for words has now passed. The present is a great time for action. I have a room prepared for us at the inn, shall we? Oh, Eric. You gotta be kidding me. The snail left without giving us a reward. If I ever see that punk again, I'm gonna slam him so hard. Well, I'm at least happy they're together. There's some words that aren't material, Charles. Goddamn animal people. Oh, Barkley. What is this? A zobber. The snail must have dropped it as he retired to his love nest with J. Lindsay. The zobber surges with the power of snails! Balthios learns snail zobber. Yeah! Because the snail zobber is so fucking good. It's too good. Better than time. Fuck time. Who gives a shit about time? Anyway, that'll do for this episode of Let's Play Charles Barkley. Shut up and jam Gaiden! If you liked what you saw, hit like. If you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you love this music, drop a comment! I can play it for 20 minutes and I still love it! And then talk about poetry. In any event, if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon, and I can use that money to do fantastic things like play more games, stream, hire an artist to make cool stuff, and do the coolest thing of all, pay my rent. But until then, hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone.